The museum actually is in its 50th year and was originally established to record and celebrate and be a repository, I suppose, really, for the history of the handloom weaving industry. Very much rooted in this area, and the more that mechanisation happened and factories changed and industries changed, there was a real danger that a lot of that history and also of the craft and the skill was going to be lost. A number of the volunteers are also makers and are skilled makers who operate the handlooms, who produce the cloth that we sell, and we also have cloggers, and we have people throughout the building who come in and volunteer, but also volunteer and offer a skill, often without any idea of just how unusual and special that skill is. The extraordinary thing really that we had with Ed was, and I think this is why the partnership has worked, he didn't come in with an idea of I'm going to bring my art to you and I'm going to do this for you. He came in very much with a partnership approach, and he very rapidly got underneath the skin of what the museum's about. He took the time to find out about the local area, you know, the whole thing about the not just religious nonconformism but also political struggle in this area and the fierce independence of people around here.
The project is called In Praise of Makers, and it really looks at the interconnectedness between the handloom weaving community of the early 19th century and the radical politics that was born out of their struggle and their experience. It was 7 ladies in the end who produced the embroideries which are on show in this room. And it was really, I suppose, a careful process of listening to their expertise, how they go about making something. I had the idea of what I wanted the embroideries to achieve, but it was really a process of me creating the designs for the pieces, which are lifted directly from other examples in museum collections in the area, but also here, other examples of protest banners, but also the ephemera and other textile pieces which relate to this early 19th century period in the area. The banner, which is just behind me, was also a really key part of the exhibition. The cloth, the red cloth here, was actually woven on a loom in the museum here, a wonderful 1840s loom, which has been, I think, pretty much in continuous use since then. The other wool cloth that's used on the banner was also produced at a nearby factory, and the banner itself was constructed by a company, McNair Shirts, who occupy the floor above, Olicana, where some of the wool cloth was woven for this banner. So as much as possible, I tried to work with local skills.
The thing we were drawn to with Meeting Point was that it enabled us to take a completely fresh look at the collection. Meeting Point sometimes talks about the artists as being the creative disruptors, and that was something we were really interested in. And we're just now commissioning our next artist. You know, it's the programme that, it's not a one-off, it's not funding for one thing, it's something that will take us forward into the future.